All right, good morning YouTube. I'm going to try to show you guys how I'm going to repair a leak in the 2006 Honda Accord windows, frame, body, leaking around the top edges of the windows. Watched a couple videos online on this situation here, and apparently under this decorative rain piece here in this corner where the body's molded by Honda, tends to deteriorate over time. You get a leak there, or it could be if the window was replaced and not sealed properly, that the installer maybe didn't glue it properly. So what we've got here is a car I bought after I sold my truck due to the inflated used car prices. I was just told to tell me where to drop it off, and I had to buy a beater. So it's a 2006 Honda Accord V6, 170,000 miles, running pretty good. I've always had Hondas, but this one's got a leak. It had a leak when I bought it. When I bought the car, it was completely filthy. The interior was really bad. Seats, driver seats broke, so we've got the replacement seats. You may be able to see here, I put a new headliner in it. You can see through here the discoloration. It's a brand new headliner. In North Florida here, it hadn't rained and since I bought the car, months. So I thought maybe that cleaning the seal around the sunroof would have fixed the problem, because it was so gunked up. The car was completely covered in mold when I bought it, so it had a leak. The headliner was trashed. You can see there, I got a stain there. So I really didn't think it was going to leak. So I water tested it a couple times and didn't have a leak, so I thought I was good to go. I was going to the gym the other night, and on the way to the gym, it was wet as crap all the way down the side of the frame here. You can see, if you can see that or not, but it's been wet. So I got to fix this, because I spit a good bit on this headliner here. So I'm going to go over to a buddy of mine that installs windshields for a living, and we're going to do a repair on it. I was hoping to show you guys what we do, see if we can get this thing fixed. I know that there's probably others having this issue. And it's either the seal or maybe the tube that drains the sunroof. I've seen on YouTube a couple videos where that tube shrinks over time, disconnects, and then it just dumps into the headliner. So I'm gonna shoot a video when I get down south of town at my buddy's house and show you what he does. He's a professional installer, and we'll see if we can get this buttoned up and hopefully help somebody. Thanks. All right, YouTube, I made it down to my buddy Richard's house, and he's a professional window installer, so he probably deals with this crap every day. He's looking at the window just to see if he thinks it's a original window, which he said it's not original. He's going to pop off these decorative rain groove pieces here, and we'll check and kind of see what we got going on.
Basically, I'm just going to pull these little side trims off, and then basically so we can access the drip rail here, so we can see if you got cracked seam seal on both sides there.
Okay. Is there a certain way you do this? You just kind of, I was watching a video on YouTube.
There's
a couple
probably
clips
1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 clips here, and they've got little butterflies you push in on them, and they pop loose.
Let's see if I can just get a video of kind of how to do it.
I kind of see the green ones there. Yeah. Just push one clip in.
Okay, so there's literally a fastener in there.
Yep, got little fingers on it. Now you just got to be careful with the glass. That's the only problem.
Yeah, that's exactly right, guys. If you're going to do this at home, make sure you
very
careful. You'll be calling a professional to replace your glass. So. Kind of hard to get up in there.
Yeah.
You can see, you guys can see, you can take a look at the video after we get the parts off and kind of see it's got a little fastener. It's like in the middle there. It's gonna, if you're taking those loose, it pops off. Yeah, I think Richard's replaced 3 or 4 windows for me, so he's my go-to of any kind of window issues. slide it back. You got a clip that clips in there.
You got a little butterfly, about 4 of them up here. Easy ways to pull them and lift
He
them.
tilted it, and then he's kind of tilting it and then pushing it back towards the center of the car.
There it is.
Sweet. There you go, guys. What you got is you got these clips here, and you've got clips inside. Yeah, there. Clips inside of there. You can see those clips right in there. You get a little tab you push down, and those little clips will come out and allow you to clean this groove, and the clip back there. And where your trouble usually lies is if the seam is the problem, it's right in there. So we're either looking at a seam, the drains for the sunroof could be disconnected or clogged, which they've been blown out, so I don't know if it's clogged, or a bad window seal. So we're going to take a look at that, and we'll get back with you once we know more. YouTube, so this is the passenger side here, and taking these things off, Richard was saying you'll see the green clip part that's left there because they're so old and they're brittle. A lot of times you're going to break those, so that may be something you have to think about before you take it apart. But it's just one of those things. An old car, old parts get hardened. So we're going to take a look and do some research on this, and we'll get back with you. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do a water test. So I had to close the sunroof. I need that closed for this test. We're going to pull the visors loose from the headliner. Remember, guys, I got a brand new headliner in here. So one of the reasons we're doing this, because the stupid headliner is stained already, and I've not even had it for a month. So Richard's going to pull the sun visors down so we can get the headliner loose, and maybe take a look at the tubes for the drain for the sunroof. All right.
All right, now let's pop this little guy right here.
All right, so we're just removing these headliners. So you got a cover there and a couple of Phillips screws.
Actually, they're Torx. They're actually Torx are flathead. Wow. There it goes.
Right, so this is what we got, guys. Once you loosen it up, you've got a wire that connects to the light and the thing, which those don't work. Probably the bulbs, I guess, are bad. Not sure about that. And that guy.
Here it goes. It's a twist
Twist.
action.
Yeah, so you just twist out, guys. See that? It's got a twist. Just twist it. Pop it down.
Yep.
That's what you're looking at right there. Sweet. So that should be the same for this guy. Let's see if we get this guy loose. All right. Yep. Twist it and pops loose. There you go. All right, and then we're just basically going to pop these Torx out. Same thing on this side. Yeah, I replaced the lights in there. That was kind of a trip. I did that. Pop those out.
Get to that screw right there. Should be 2 screws there.
Alright, there's a couple screws up inside there. If you need to replace your bulbs and your dome lights, be real careful with the plastic. They pop out. You get those dome lights at most any auto parts store. I think I got those at Advance, or like $4.
I just leave that like that because it's. I might just leave it just like that.
Alright, so I got everything's loose here. See, the headliner's now loose. So we can kind of take a look at. Yeah, I'm gonna let you do that up here. He's just taking that rail on the side of the window loose there. Pops loose and snaps out. Easy.
Everything's loose.
Sweet.
All right, now we can see. Actually, the tube's good.
There's your downspout right here for your sunroof. Could be one of the issues. It does have a clamp on it. The clamp's not great, as you can see I'm moving it with my hand. So that sometimes can be your issue. All right, so what we're gonna do is we've got it prepared for a water test. Up in here is your tube for your drain. If we can get that right there, you see the clip on it. That's the tube for the drain. We think that's probably where it's coming from. We're gonna do a water test, and Richard made sure he wants me to only put water in the channel to start with. So this channel right here, we're gonna put just water in this channel to start with to see if we see any water. It should come pretty quick. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do now is Richard's in the car. He's gonna be monitoring for leaks. We're gonna start with just this rain groove right here to see if the body seal's causing the problem. All right, here we go. Just gonna put a little bit of water just in the body seal. Got here. Bit of water. See what I'm doing here? Just in this groove, in the rain groove. If it's gonna be leaking, it's gonna be right probably here. This is where it's all kind of seems to be the issue on the videos I've seen. You can see here what happens when you get rain coming down. It's gonna be coming right down this rain groove underneath and into this area. All right, so we were able to locate a seal. The body seam is leaking here.
Pretty clean today.
All right, YouTube, we're going to show you where this thing's leaking after that water test. Where are we leaking at?
Literally like right here. Right under these pieces.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see the water there, guys. You see the water? You can see it. See my finger? Yeah, it's water wet right there. You can see it on my finger. So it's literally the body seal probably causing part of the issue. Both sides, you think? You think that's the only? Okay, all right, go ahead. Richard's gonna explain to you what we're gonna do here.
So basically you got a seam seal that basically the skin of the roof and the A-pillar here meet together, and there's a piece of metal that run here and they seam seal it. And sometimes over years and times, it develops a small hairline crack from here to here, and water just sit there and trickle in.
So what the plan is we're going to clean this up. He's going to do a professional patch job on this using some professional material, and we'll prep both sides and seal it. We'll put it back together. We'll test it after the next rain. If we still get a leak, then we'll move to the sunroof next. But for now, we're going to shoot for that, and then we'll go from there. We got kind of see what we got here. You can probably see if you look down in there. Right down in there, you see kind of a space there. You can see the crack almost. See it right there. That's probably your issue. It's just years of you know, hot and cold, and the body contracting and expanding and whatnot just causes it to separate, and a lot of times it's gonna be your issue.
Clean, make sure pretty clean. All
right, so Richard's cleaned and prepped this side. This is the passenger side. As you can see, there's a clear crack. I don't know if there's any roofers out there. I was a roofer, and if I was a roofer looking at a flat roof, that's what you're looking for. That's a crack. So that water's running right down inside the seam and right into your headliner. So this is generally what's going to be the issue if it's not the drain tubes for the sunroof. All right, so again, we're on the driver's side again. As you can see, this crack is not near as, you know, it's just not as big of a crack as the passenger side, but Richard's gonna use some of his professional material. It's gonna prime it and prepare it for the sealer. Now, keep in mind, if you do this yourself, you need to use a body sealer. We'll put a link down below. There's a 3M body sealer. They have some online. You want to use body sealer, not silicone or anything else, because that's going to cause you trouble in the long run. Explain to us what you're doing. All right, go ahead.
So basically, I just put a primer down to help this urethane, what I'm using. That basically the same thing they use to hold the windshield to the car. It's like a rubber-based sealant.
Okay.
And you're going to basically run it and then kind of run your finger over it to smooth it out.
Okay.
And other than that, it should look pretty much like the seam seal that's there.
Okay, great.
A little bit of fun stuff here.
All right, this is a professional sealer here, guys. This is not something you're going to pick up at the Ace Hardware. Let's show you a shot of the finished product here. See, you kind of got it up in the opening between the body and the windshield where the other windshield adhesive is. And we're going to do the passenger side. Alright, this is going to be the passenger side repair here. We're just going to use the body sealer. Alright, so basically it's going to be a repeat of taking it down. A couple of Phillips head screws in there. You've got your visor clips. You've got your visor itself. It's got a cable inside for the mirror lights. A couple of screws there. This all pops back together. The side trim's going to pop back together. And we're going to put the outside trim pieces on. And then we'll wait for a good rain and see what we got. And I'll follow up with a video to let you guys know if it worked. Alright, we're going to put this rain gutter trim back on, snap it in the bottom. It's got a fastener that Richard was able to put back in front there.
Just slide them in.
It just slides in.
Get all the clips in the way, in the little grooves.
Be real careful, those clips are, we said they're broke, but they'll still hold.
They will still hold. You just got to hear them click, 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 and they're good.
That's it.